There is literally no other race of people that have that many assumptions tied to a hairstyle.
15 years ago, natural hair out, Afro hair out was seen as unprofessional and unkempt. And even now, kids in school are still fighting to have the right to wear their hair in its natural state to school, because to some teachers it's seen as unkempt or undone, which is distracting, ludicrous.
I always felt like I wasn't allowed to express myself and wear my hair the way I wanted it. Even at school, I wasn't allowed like long, swishy braids with beads in or anything like that.
I remember when I was going to school and I used to hate my mum threading my hair because I felt like I looked like a spider. I used to say like I've got like 8 legs coming out, and my mum used to be like, it's the easiest thing that she knew how to do because it was generational, and now I kind of feel bad that like I never learned how to do it.
I do feel like within the community there may be the natural hair people and the people that wear weave, and sometimes natural hair people feel like if you wear weave, you hate yourself.
There was pressure within that community to always have these curls doing this, and you know, the fro just to be this size, and the colour just to be amazing. It's like, who's got the time? Because also, money.
I just find with my experience, hairstylists might be more used to dealing with European hair. I mean, I do wear wigs, which is kind of like a costume.
Mine, I usually have like an afro.
I think wigs has become, it's like almost the roles are reversing now, because it's like Europeans tend to use it more through, and that was me through watching like Game of Thrones and like programs and understanding like how much they use wigs like through theatre as well, like more than probably we do.
I know a lot of black people, especially black women, who rock the whole really Afrocentric natural hair. They would look at what we've got on now and be like, you don't love yourself.
I remember the first time I got my hair cut is because it was damaged from relaxer.
Right.
And when I remember like crying so much and being like, oh, I look like a boy, this, that, and the other. Like, I'm so unattractive with short hair. And because I've grown into it, I think now it'd be weird to go back the other way.
I damaged my hair so much as well from relaxing.
Hair damage.
Oh my God, I damaged it so much to the point where like it was kind of like translucent. So I was just like, let's cut it off.
I used to have my hair in like a big afro with a bit of what I'll call follicular assistance. And I wore my hair like that for a year, and I'd never got into so many arguments with strangers because, well, everybody wanted to touch it.
Just that sense of entitlement and having that ownership over somebody's body that you just without a second thought can, and people that in many other ways are often like very reserved.
Yeah, right,
Do you know what I mean?
right,
Can't even make eye contact with you on the tube. But like,
this is where you've got strength to touch my hair. This is where you're flexing. And that's what's crazy to me. I would never go up and touch a stranger, like never.
Like sort of any part of
any
their
part
body,
of
really.
Afro hair is just so politicized and in a way that just makes no sense.
I think black hair still is political, and if it wasn't, you wouldn't have laws coming up, just being written into legislation like this year, making it like illegal to discriminate against black people for being so audacious as to leave their hair in the way that it naturally grows from their head.
For me, it's not just black hair that's political. I feel like black bodies are political.
I feel like hair will be political as long as black women are denounced or commented on just because of the hair that they choose. Until all children can go to school with braids or go to work with dreads and feel like they can go in their natural hair, black women's hair will be political, which is such a shame.
Everything we do is always going to be seen as political, and it is innately political as well. But sometimes it literally is just, I just want to cut my hair off. It's easy. It's easy to manage.
What time in the morning?
I want to sleep.
I want to sleep and not have any disturbance. No, mine was like a mixture of that and a mixture of like going against the political system. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Political, the rebel.
Fighting.
I'm still AJ Dudu with a wig on, with a wig off, with straight hair, with afro hair. However it is, I'm still the same person.
And it kind of feels like, can I just be me first before I'm actually a representation of black women?